that for me, at this point, I'm grateful that it's going on pretty smoothly.
Yeah.
No major hiccup, no major, significant issue that could derail the process so far has been reported. So that's great news, right? In previous elections, I was making the point that we've come a long way from 2008 up until now. In 2008, elections went into 2nd January 2009 because Tain constituency hadn't voted. And the electoral officer at the time, Dr. Kojo Farijan, would not declare, even though the NDC was leading in the second round, NPP led in the first round, Johnny Basatamos led in the second round. Then on the Tain incident, he said he could not declare until results had come in, right? So up until 2nd January, Ghanaians didn't know who was going to lead the country. 2012 elections, even though it didn't go into the next year, voting went into the next day, which was not supposed to be the case. So you get a sense that we've built on our electoral capacity, and that is great. So for me, I'm happy that the process is going on smoothly. I'm happy that no major incident or instance of violent clashes has been reported anywhere. For some areas where voting started late, we are getting indication that the process has started, and by 5 p.m. voting should be done. We've already spoken about how the process has been made easy and decentralized in a manner that we are not expecting long queues. So for me, it's great. Another thing I hope really is that the turnout is high, right? Because that will also mean that the mandate for whoever is chosen is firmed up and made even more significant. So I'm grateful. I'm happy that the process is going on smoothly. We also want to urge that if you've not yet cast your ballot, you go and do so in a manner that's responsible, devoid of any form of incitement, right? And any acts that could, create chaos or confusion or violence, and we would all vote and choose our next leader, and the country would move forward in that manner.
Right, George, let's go to Ledzokuku. That's one interesting constituency. I would say that the Ledzokuku area is into brackets, is a no-nonsense constituency.
It's the 6th biggest constituency in the country.
The least thing you do, you are out of their faces, I mean, we've seen it back to back. So Akosi Ochre is there, and we go over to look at what has been happening in the Ledzokuku areas now.
This is the Ledzokuku constituency where the incumbent member of parliament, Benjamin Yayiku, is contesting against Dr. Bernard Okoboy in this particular race. Now, here, election day, there are about 350 polling stations in this constituency alone where electors are expected to cast their ballot. Now, for example, here where I'm standing is the Presby Senior High School, and this is the Salem polling station. About 530 are expected to vote at Center A, and then 600 people are expected to vote at Center B. There's also another center here, which is the old library. You can see a number of voters standing outside. I'll just get closer to get a glimpse of what is happening and bring you up to speed on the matters relating to the voting process here in the Ledzokuku constituency. But this is what is happening. A number of voters here waiting to get access to this particular center. So this is what is happening here. We can see some security officials, clearly not from the Ghana Police Service, but from the Ghana National Fire Service, that are manning this particular center. Hello, sir, can I enter? Okay, so this is what is happening. If you are expected to cast your ballot, you will be allowed by the fire service personnel before you are allowed to cast your ballot. So this is what is happening. I'm told this is Center A, and then this is Center B. I'll just try and get to I can hear noise in the background. I don't know what is happening, but clearly there's some confusion amongst the party agents and the electoral commission and a voter. And to my left, you can see a person with disability being aided by the electoral commission to cast her ballot. Let me get the electoral commission presiding officer for this particular center to speak to on how the process has been so far. Hello, sir. You are live on Channel One TV. What's your name?
My name is Isaac Ashali.
Okay, you are the presiding?
Yes, please.
Do you know the number of people who are expected to cast their ballot?
Yes, 578
Okay.
people are expected to cast their ballot here.
Okay, and how many people have voted so far?
So far, we have about 55 people who have cast it, and we are expecting more to come.
And you are sure that by the closure time, 5 p.m., you're going to have the number of people coming?
Yes, with the vim that we have seen outside, because when we came here, a lot of them are already in queue, telling us that they are eager to vote. So by 5, at least we must have more than 80% people cast their votes.
Speaking about the number of people in the queue, we are seeing a number of confusion one way or the other going on. Tell us what is happening. It doesn't look like it's in an orderly manner.
Yes, because some people came very early, expected to cast their vote and go. But you see, we are dealing with aged, pregnant women, and then sick people. So when we allow them in, then they start to make noise. But we were able to talk to them without pressing out.
What about the party agents? You have been working with them. Has there been any concern so far regarding the process?
No, because we all have a consensus before we started the process. And when you have any issue, you report to me, and then we address it. So for now, we don't have any issue.
All right, thank you so much. So this is, that was the Electoral Commission's presiding officer for the old library polling station here in the Ledzokuku Constituency. But we'll keep an eye on this constituency. We'll be visiting the polling stations where the two parliamentary candidates for the MPP and NDC will be casting their ballot, and we'll bring you up to speed on the matter. But that is a confusion that has erupted outside the polling center. We don't know what exactly is causing that, but that is a confusion that is ongoing. We'll try and go outside to find out what exactly is happening. Hello,
NDC be anu mo be you be na me we be o small pa o kan la ga ami ne na me be tu ye ami si be na be ya e ja ja adomosi ami ke gba bi wole gba bi mi gba ami no o tu ya ra be na ma vote e o ni ni ami di come vote le kwa ni gba ba mi ara ka o gba ba bi ya sia o la ni o mi vote lo gba ba mi o wa no picture bi ana o gba bi ya okay, man.
I'm not observed, even though baby, I'm not observed.
Any anodi, I'm a guy, boy. Now I'm to like. No, boy, I'm not to get the liver, my oh, boy, me again. Tell like a piano, I'm not free transfer.
Okay, but you want to buy your phone? So, only a fool, I buy a phone. That is a confusion that is ongoing.
Like people know, now ban where be over vote. Ne NDC be coming on protest. Or me when for protest me, I'm a lamb here. No, I want me come here to say attack it. Listen, come be here. Fine. Now me transfer away. I'm not go to. Come me transfer. Baba sure. Every day come up. Let to be here. Now me come actually NDC be here.
And so these are some happenings at the Ledzokuku constituency. You saw Akosia Ochre there talking to some of the voters. Now, the back and forth that you just witnessed is the fact that some voters cannot find their names in the register. We'll go back to Akosia later to find out if this issue has been resolved. But currently, generally,